We are back. Just had a good dinner. Oh, now we're gonna ride home. Probably not gonna keep you guys on for the full ride home. Interesting. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna keep you guys on for the full ride home, but just because I don't know, maybe I will. I want that Honda Monkey so bad. This is what I call the magic hour of riding. Like right at sunset. It's beautiful. Yeah, it don't get too much better than this. It really doesn't. It's so nice out. It was like our first warm night of the year. I don't know, it's probably maybe 60, 55, 60 degrees in that range. So, feeling pretty nice. I mean, it's definitely probably going to be a little chilly. I opted against wearing my hoodie, but, you know. This should be just fine, baby. Some miscreants waiting for the bus. My favorite kind of people. Oh yeah, it feels nice out right now. Someone's car up there shooting shotgun shells out of its pipes. That's pretty sick. Sick, dude. Little bit of filter in there. Yeah, that's nice. I'm glad that Utah passed that lane filtering law. It makes you feel a lot safer when you're at a stoplight. Making sure someone doesn't come up and ram you in the rear without even taking you to dinner first. This really is my favorite time to ride. Like, it is just drop dead gorgeous outside right now. It might sound like I'm being a little overzealous about that, but I've been dealing with winter, so it's been a while since we've had some warm days for sure. nights though? No, this is the first time. And I'm loving every minute of it. Go rip through this construction zone. Hopefully there's not a bunch of shit in the road. Further up there's some road construction. They're widening out our little 2-lane road to make it 4 lanes through the swamplands of Utah up here. And there's so much track out from that site. You really got to be careful, especially this hour in the dark, because you hit a big clump of dried mud doing 70, and that ain't gonna feel too good. Of course, the posted speed limit's only, I think, 55, maybe 60, but where there's a will, there is a way. This is fun, man. I'm glad that my wife asked if I wanted to cruise over to Logan and get dinner. I'm glad I have such a good wife. One who encourages me to ride too. That's, well, you want to ride? Yeah, of course. You know me so well. She might be a snitch, as found out on earlier today, but that's alright, baby. That's just fine. That was a dry van tractor trailer. Is the road closed up here? There's a dry van tractor trailer and cut her off, and she had to drive onto the shoulder into the borrow pit with her kids. So it's understandable why she'd be upset. Calling and reporting it to the police, that could be a different story, but well, I think my road is closed. Hopefully it's just that little section and it lets me detour. Chilly. Alright. Where is our detour? Right here. What is it saying? I don't know if it's right there. No, I guess I could have went that way, but that's not the way they intended me to go. Hey, I get a green light. Boom, baby. You're a wizard, Larry. My name's not Larry. Man, it's so beautiful out right now, though. Oh, I've been waiting for this for so long. I've only had my bike a little over a month. But, boy, I've been riding it, you know, just shy of 1,500 miles. We'll be creeping right up on 1,500 here shortly. 80 more miles, we'll be at 1,500 miles, so I've definitely been out riding, even though it's been cold, shitty, rainy, all of it. You know, there's some some days in the 30s there that the sun came out, and by God, I ate some miles, but just been waiting for the warm, man. Oh, it stinks out here. That's Logan's landfill over to the right of me. And, yeah, you can tell. Even in a car, you can tell. You drive by here and it just hits you like a brick wall. I never saw any posted speed limit signs, so no cop, no stop. That says 40. The road is pretty fucked, but I think if I just hug the yellows, I think I should be good. Sorry if you're getting a lot of sniffles. I'm just getting over being sick. Probably from riding so much in the cold, but I couldn't help it. I just got a new Harley. What's a guy to do? This is the first Harley I've ever owned. My dad has a couple, and you know, I'd ride here and there with him a little bit. I used to have a 2005 Suzuki C50 Boulevard. That was a good bike. I enjoyed it. I sold the Suzuki about a year and a half ago. Damn near 2 years ago. And I've missed it. You know, it was a good bike for me. I just kind of graduated from needing the 800 into needing something bigger. A little bit too much pork for just one fork type of situation. And the old street glide, she handles my fat ass just fine. The wind noise isn't too bad. We're rocking a Harley Davidson modular helmet, and the wind resistance in it leaves a little left untold, if you catch my grift. Especially with the GoPro mounted, I've noticed a couple other videos I've recorded, if I get going too quick and my helmet starts buffeting. That's the other thing. I'm 6'2", and 80% of it's torso. I got a really long torso, so any bike I ride, I sit way high up on. My head does, so I usually get buffeting. On the street glide, it's not too bad if I lean back. That's generally what I do when I'm cruising down the highway. I'll set the cruise and just kind of hang back and let her eat. But I went on a little 200-mile trip this last weekend, and it wasn't too bad. A little chilly on the way down, but the buffeting wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it'd be. I'm setting the cruise at 90, which one thing I didn't know about Harley Davidson cruise control, at least for this model bike, is you can't set it past 90, which I guess is safe. Kind of sucks when you're trying to burn ass home because you've been gone in a different state all day, but hey, we made her, so that's what's important. Yeah, this is the area that the track out gets so bad. This whole little stretch through here, that stretch they had blocked off that I had to detour is generally the worst part, where they have their dozers running across the road. They don't clean that shit up. I mean, the least they could do, a big company like this that's doing this project, is keep a skidster, you know, around. I don't think I've seen one floating around here. They definitely have a lot of dozers, loaders, excavators, water trucks. I don't think I've really seen a skidster just parked out here. But nonetheless, they could keep one of those around, so when they're running across the road, when they have it shut down at night, you know, in the morning, they could have a guy go spend 15-20 minutes and clear the section they've been working on, clean their shit up, because that sucked, man. That sucked so bad. Just hitting a giant dry clump of dirt. I'd be mad. Not like the other night. I really wish I had my GoPro. Me and my brother-in-law were riding over by where we live. It was like 11 o'clock at night. So it was really dark outside, and we're just cruising. And then he lays on his brakes, so I'm like, oh shit, there must be deer. And I get on my brakes, slow down, and we come up on it in the middle of the road. There was a tipped over porta potty. It was super windy. And that porta potty, we don't know where it blew from, but by God, it made it to the middle of the road. We about hit it doing 60. That would have been a shitty way to die, no pun intended. I'm always nervous going over these train tracks right here. One day, me and my wife, we was in her car driving over here to Logan, and there's a car parked right there in the other lane, and had its hazards on, and we pull up and we pull around, and well, a piece of that track, like a 7-foot piece of steel, was sticking up in the air, and there was like 3 cars on the other side of the tracks just bleeding out of their oil pans. I was like, man, that sucks. I really wish I could just listen to the music I want to listen to. Some Norman Greenbaum, Spirit in the Sky, you know. A good cruising song and still make a video, but you can't, so hopefully I can chop this video up into something good. I still have no idea how to edit. I have no idea what editing software I'm going to go with. I don't know. I'm probably just going to edit on my phone. I do have a laptop, but it's like 13 years old. I mean, it's a nice laptop. It still works fine, and the battery still lasts a good while, but I don't know. I don't feel like just because it's old, I need a new one to edit on it. I don't know if the software will be able to be downloaded on that old laptop. I don't want to buy one that's super expensive either, because if I end up just being an ass at it, if I end up being ass at it, then I might as well just edit on my phone. And if it's ass editing, you know, already on an ass video, then hey, no harm, no foul. And even heading up this mountain, it's flirting with warm and chilly, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not cold, but you can tell, like, if I'm out, if that sun was down an hour ago, I'd probably be pretty cold. And I was gonna grab my hoodie out of my wife's car, but I was like, man, here. I kind of want to just enjoy it nice. I love a good night ride, a good summer night ride. You can't really beat it. And while it is still not yet summer, it's spring, and spring is close enough to summer for me. Us northerners up here, we're pretty used to the cold. I mean, the night I bought this bike, I put like 70 miles on it, and it was 28 degrees. Now I know that's not a whole lot of miles, but I was too excited, I couldn't wait. Also flirting with the idea of changing these bars out. I think they're 14-inch 8s. I think 14s are okay, but I want to get like the meat hooks so that my hands are more straight out as opposed to being curled back in. Because I got really long arms. Like when I'm sitting up straight on this bike, those are like at least 4 to 6 inches below shoulder height on me. I'm sure when I lean back they're not bad, but it makes it really hard when I'm a passenger. And there's some clay. That's not terrible. I've definitely had worse. The first motorcycle I ever had, it was a 2000, I don't even remember what year it was. I want to say it was a 04, maybe 05, Honda Shadow 600. It was all bobbed out. Man, I got that bike, and I traded an old, shitty truck. The only thing that truck had going for it is it ran, and it kind of drove if you knew what to do. It didn't have a slave cylinder at all in it, so you would just have to pop it in 4 lows. An old IDI Ford diesel. It had a flatbed on it. The flatbed was only held on by one bolt that was sheared off, and just the tension of the bolt was holding the bed on. And a come-along. They put a come-along on there, but I traded that truck for that bike, and you'd have to put the truck into 4-low, pop it into granny gear, shift up, get up into 3rd gear at 4-speed, and then put both of them in neutral, kick it in 2 high, and then you usually grab 2nd or 3rd from there, and that's how you have just power shift. But I traded that truck for that bike, and it was the middle of January, and I met the dude. I used to live over in western Idaho, just kind of on the other side of that mountain, went a little ways, and I met him on the other side of this mountain in Malad, Idaho, and I met up with him. I got the bike, you know, it ran okay. It wouldn't idle, but I got it idle, and I messed with the screw on the carburetor, got it idle and stuff. I rode it home in a blizzard. There's riding through a canyon, there's about 4 inches of snow on the ground, and that bike, let me tell you, it had 18-inch bars on it. I mean, way up there. So I just rode with my feet down and my hands up, and we made it. We made her home. It's fun to look back though. Like, yeah, I was really dumb on that bike, and shouldn't have done a lot of the stuff I did, but hey, we're all that way. I think I was 18 when I got it. I've always had an attraction you could bottle the feeling you get of riding a motorcycle, man, you would be a rich, rich man. Fortunately for me, I'm on the old bankrupt bagger here, and I don't have any risk of becoming rich anytime soon. Figure something out with my kickstand, because man, when I'm riding up in the hills and stuff and ripping around those corners, I scrape that fucker hard. And yeah, I need to get something figured out with it. I'm only doing 15 over. Not a cop, I'm good. The old cops, they like to hide out there, man. Though I will say, knock on glass, they don't have a tendency to mess with motorcycles around this area. Unless you're doing something like horrendously egregious, you know, like absolute atrocity. They don't have a tendency to mess with you. I've never been stopped, and I've passed some cops doing some very questionable things on my motorcycle. Oh, I can't wait to get home and blow my nose. That's what sucks about when you're getting over being sick, is like you'll have a moment where you feel really nice and you feel really good and you feel like you know the worst of it's behind you, and then you do something like go on a motorcycle ride in the spring when all the snow's melting and all the allergens are out in the air, and just set yourself back days. But you do what you gotta do, baby. I work a pretty busy schedule. I mean, not horrible. I work 50 hours a week, Monday through Friday, every week, all year. So I don't have the most time. I also have a wife and 2 kids. I don't have the most time to get out and I don't want to say enjoy myself, but enjoy some riding, because I do enjoy myself when I'm spending time with my kids. That's the real rewarding part of life, having kids, man. That's another thing, if you can bottle and sell that feeling. Well, I'm approaching the old homestead. I hope this video ends up making it to YouTube. This is going to be my 3rd attempt at recording the video. And hopefully the audio's not too bad. I know it's going to be on my way home, as opposed to there I started the vlog in Logan. So hopefully it's not too bad, but I can tell my voice, with my voice being gone and having the sniffles, might not be the best audio, but you know what? If I can figure out how to chop it up and make something nice, by God, I'm gonna. So I love this shit. It's fun. Little Harley trick: put your bike in neutral while it's still rolling and you'll be able to put it in neutral. Thanks guys, have a good one.